Hello, Habib here. In this video, I'm going to add a tail flap to add 3 tail flaps to this airplane. One will be here, and the second will be here, and third will be here. So let's go inside this prefab object. Here I'm going to add another cube. Let's say we can use this tail. I duplicate it here, place it here. I name it tail flap 1. No, the best way to do it is to create an empty game object here, place it here. I'm going to place it in exactly in this position, so I copy the transform of this game object, copy component, and here I click tail flap 1. I paste it here. I paste the value, component value, and then let me rename this cube to tail flap 1 mesh and make it a child of this game object. And I need to rotate this tail flap this way, and then let me not rotating that. Okay, let it be just like this, and let me scale the mesh this way. The parent object is this one. Let me check its pivot. How to check the pivot? Center. Okay, the pivot point of this tail flap 1 is here, and I need to place the mesh here. So if I rotate the tail, it will be this like this. Okay, and I place it near the tail. That one is for the tail flap 1, and let me make the tail flap 2 and 3. So here I create an empty game object and I place it here. I name it tail flap 1 and 2. Then add a mesh inside it, cube. I scale it down. This way, and I move it here, and let me check. I need to move it this way and scale it down a bit smaller. Okay, and let me place it here, and then we will rotate it this way by code. This one for the tail flap 2, and let's duplicate this tail flap to make it tail flap 3. We place it on the opposite direction, so I remove the negative sign here, just like this. And let's go out, edit the script. Here we will need 3 public game object. So here I type tail flap 1 here, tail flap 2 and 3. Let's start with tail flap 1. Tail flap 1, I want it if I slide the airplane left and right. Let me run the game first. If I slide this airplane left and right like this, I want to rotate the tail flap 1 here, left and right. So let's just I want to copy some code from the one of these codes. For example, let's say this one. Let me copy this code and place it on this slide left and slide right. First, let's do the slide left. I will paste it here and let's rename it to tail flap 1. Tail flap 1. Where is here? Let's paste it here, here and here. We are going to rotate it on the what direction? I think the Y direction, Y axis. I mean, we need to rotate it on Y axis, which is this green one. So here we place Y here, Y, and here also Y, and let's move it here and place the 0 here. Let's try the game. That is for the Q button. Let's run the game and test the Q button. Okay, we did not assign the game object. We need to assign it first. Here is our an airplane script. Let's assign the tail flap 1 here, tail flap 2 and tail flap 3, and test it again. Press Q button. Okay, it is moving, but I want it to be on the opposite direction for the rotation. So here I should use positive value, and I need to rotate it back to the initial position. So what I can do is to copy here. I copy this one, paste it here, and I don't forget to paste the name, copy and paste the name of this tail flap 1, copy and paste it here and here, and we change it to Y and then place it here and put the 0 here. Play it again. Let's press Q button, release it. Okay, we will fix the clamp. Let's continue with the E button here, which is here. I'm going to copy these lines and paste it here. This one I need to set it to negative and yeah, and let's see, press Q and E. Okay, we need another one. We need to duplicate this code, this one for more than 0, and then here we need to do the opposite direction, opposite thing, less than 0 if it is less than 0, and here we place positive value. Let's run it again. We press E and it will go back to the default rotation, and we press Q. Okay, now let's fix the clamp rotation. Q button here, we need to swap it to 45. And it should be less, and then it should be more. Let's go back to editor, test it. Q, E. We are done. Let's fly the airplane. Let's take off. Press the Q and E. That's for the tail flap 1. Now let's do the tail flap 2 and 3. 2 and 3 will be same. They are going to be same. So let's just copy what we did for the wing flap left and right. So I'm going to copy this code, and I need the up and down button. Okay, this one is correct. Copy these lines, paste it on the, just paste it here, and use this tail flap 2 variable and place it here. And also for the up, paste it here, and tail flap 2, paste the name here, the variable. Play it, press the W and S button. Okay, it's working, but what is not working is the, when we release the buttons, it stuck here. Let's fix that. To fix that, we can just copy what we did for the left wing flap here, copy, and let's paste it here, and place the variable name tail flap 2 here. Now if we play the game, okay, it's done. But for this one, it's not done. When we release the W button, it rotates back, but not with the S button. It's stuck here. So we are going to fix the S button. by copying these lines and paste it here, and here we do the opposite direction, the opposite numbers. Yeah, and let's just, I'm sure this fixes the problem, this fixed the problem, and let's do the same thing for the tail flap 3. I copy this codes and just replace the tail flap 2 with tail flap 3, and also here we copy and paste these 4 lines here and place it and replace tail flap 2 with tail flap 3. Let's go back and play the game. Let's fly the airplane. Oh, it's not working. It is working for the W button, not with the S button. Let's fix the S button. Go to S button, which is here. S. We need to duplicate the tail flap 2 and replace it with tail flap 3. Okay, here we go. We have our tail flaps working for the up and down button, and also for the slide left and right. Okay, and for the movement, the speed movement speed, rotation speed of those flaps, I think they are too fast. To change their value, which is this 5F, 5 float, let's change it with some smaller number. But before that, we need to, I think it is better to make a public float variable here, public float variable. We call it flap rate or flap speed, whatever. Let's use speed, flap speed. Let's say we are going to use 2 as the value, so we place everything for the flaps here. Don't delete the negative number for this one. We just replace the 5Fs, not with this one. We only do it for the flaps here, the 5F, not this one, and here also this one, and this one, tail flap, and also this one, and also obviously this one. I can just select these lines and Control F. If you are using Notepad++, you can do this way. You can replace 5F with flap speed and check this check mark in selection and click replace all. Done. And let's go back to our game. Click the play button, and now our flaps movement are just more realistic, I think. Let's fly the airplane. Okay guys, that's all for this video. I will see you soon on my next video soon. Thank you for watching and bye bye.